Hi and welcome, this is the F-15E Strike Eagle and this is release day. We're going to try and use the GBU-24 with the Strike Eagle and see how we go. So I'm going to just remove the chocks on the plane. And then we're going to bring up the menu and we're going to put on this bomb, which is the GBU-24. And then I'm going to go over to here and I'm going to add the GT pod AAQ-14 and we'll just change the livery to something else and we'll click OK. Now once that's underway we can get ready with the plane, so we're going to turn this to on, move that out of the way, put this to on under the aircon. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, close the covers, and then over to here 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3 down to here. Just going to put that to on, nav, norm. Close that, jump to the back, close that, turn on that to on, and turn that to arm. Jump back to the front, we're just going to click on, click on, and click on, and then just turn that on up and turn that one up. While I'm here I'm just pushing delete to get rid of the joystick and we'll get the plane started. So apparently everything's done. So what we need to do is close our cockpit so we can bring this down to down. Just wait for it to come down. And then we'll seal it. And then we'll get the plane going. So start jet fuel, one pull. Make sure you can see the green lights. And then I'm going to click over here as soon as we see the green light. That's done. Right, shift and home. We'll move that forward and then we can wait until we get the green light again. But that's everything we need just for the moment. Our HUD should turn on once we are ready. And we're going to be using that GBU-24 in this flight. You can see just down there in the center. Doing a short flight today, we're just going over the hill to here. And we've got a bunch of targets. So once we've done that, we'll return back to base here. And that's the little mission. So I'm pretty certain we can use the other one. Yep. Click it. And then right alt and home. Moved it forward. Plane to shaken. Could show you the controls. So some of the controls I'm using are going to be, I wonder if it's going to let me show you. I click joystick and then I click that. Yeah, so TD3 switch press. You need to know what that is. You need to know what your auto acquisition switch press is. You also need to know what your weapon release pickle button is. And then you really need this, the castle switch left. And you need your auto acquisition switch forward. That's for your zoom, aft, and then the one to move around your cursor, TDC switch left, right, up and down. And that's basically everything that I'm going to use on this little flight. Everything else I'm just clicking on. So we've got in here that we need to set up. So I'm going to go to arm. I'm going to click on air to grounds. And it's got nothing indicated up there, so we will need to fill in the information. So we will go over to here and click AG load, and then we're looking for the GBU-24 amongst the available options. There we go, GBU-24, click up there, click on menu, click on air to ground, and then we can click on our GBU-24. We'll put it on auto, 1 STA and nose. We'll see if that works. We can also put on a master arm and we can click our air to ground mode. And then we're going to switch this all over to this screen. So I'll click on here and click on air ground delivery. And on this one, I'm going to see if I can get the T-pod up. I'll just leave it on nose, please. Click on nose, beautiful. Menu, and then T-pod. So we've got a T-pod up there. You can change the brightness and stuff, but that will do for now. And we should be ready to go. So we've got both our engines started. You can see 72 down there, it's just fine. Give it a little bit of throttle, and away we go. That's the cold and dark start. And now we're actually going to go off and do more than just a cold and dark start. We're going to drop a GBU-24 in this video. So there you go. Some people have just made a video about a cold and dark start, but I've done a whole video about that, plus the cold and dark start with the GBU-24. So now we are going to go head over towards the runway, and we'll be in the sky in a few minutes. I hope you enjoy your flight in the back there today. Very cool that you can actually have so many screens in the back. If you're in multiplayer, I haven't seen it yet because this is release day, but I can imagine it's a bit more interesting when you've got 3 screens to work with. Maybe even if you just need to keep an eye on multiple targets, things like that could be useful for. So we're just going to slow down. Going to give the plane full throttle, and then hold down W. It'll just eke itself slowly forward, release the brakes, and off we go. It's quite straight, this plane, like it doesn't move towards the left or the right very much. That's my comment. So just pulling back gently on the joystick. I'm trying to stay quite low if you're wondering. It's quite deliberate, so I'm actually pushing forward in the joystick now I'm in the sky. And you can see I'm quite low as I take off. Cool. I'll let it rise just a little bit because we need to get over that hill just off to our left there. I'll bring our throttle back just a touch and just check that we're heading in the right direction. So we need to head over towards here today, and we seem to be on the right path already. I'll probably pick a spot on the hill there and then start heading towards that. Lovely plane. Our gear is in, of course. And down here we can now see the bomb. So we've already got master arm on. You'll notice it says arm up here, but we're now going to change it to 1688 and click there. You can check what the number is by clicking right shift and K on the keyboard, and you can see down here. I'm not changing the number for the moment. It's not really achieving anything for me to change it, but I can understand why you would need to. So it's traveling along. You can use the autopilot. You can tap AP, altitude hold, and it will just hold that altitude and keep going that way for you. If you find it helpful, if you need to turn off the autopilot, you can just click here, and you'll notice AP is gone, so the autopilot's off. We can begin to try and look. I don't know how successful we'll be. So left on the castle stick, and then you'll get all these little lines, and you'll get TGT coming up. So we know that's in control. And we're just going to stabilize that screen. To stabilize it, all I'm doing is I'm pushing this button, auto acquisition switch press, and then I'm going to push this button, auto acquisition switch forward, a few times to increase the zoom, and then finally I'm pushing this button, TDC switch press to target designate. And to move it around, I'm just using the TD switch up, down, left and right. That is what is going to be happening in a few seconds. I might be able to do this in one pass, I'm not sure. It just depends if I can work out where the targets are. I will bring the throttle back. Got a little bit of cloud there today. But I haven't worked out where it is yet. There's 2 runways, but I think it's off to the right somewhere. There we go. So we zoom in. See our friends over here? So we'll try and pick this one. I think we need to go to the right, no, left a little bit. It should be in front of us, there we go. Now, that target designate is really important because once you've got that, then you get your line. Just want to explore that once more with the higher zoom. So I'm pushing the EXP button and then 2 zoom ins, bring it down towards the target, target designate, and we're done. Now I just need to fly my plane over towards the aircraft. We've got 13 seconds to do that, and we're at about 7,000 feet. We are on auto layers. Here it comes. Wings level, hold down the weapon release button. It is released. So now we can just sort of finalize what we're aiming at just a little bit. Possibly gain in altitude. And we'll have a little look at where our bomb's going as well. Doesn't look too bad. There we go. It took the target out. And that was a successful little drop. And I'm not sure if we can see it through the cloud. Just a little bit we can. Down there. So we'll spin over. There's no anti-air or anything, so we can sort of do a little flyover if we want to. And then we'll head back to base. But that's the GBU-24, and that's all the steps you need to use it. From takeoff. And then we'll come back and we'll land. Yeah, I don't know about this being the easiest plane in the whole game to use the GBUs, but it's not terrible in the current way it works. But I think when you get familiar with other planes, and then to come to this one, well, you're already familiar with the other planes, you've had to go through so much to work them out, so you can sort of see the attack down there has been reasonably successful. Can't even see the plane we attacked anymore. That's how destroyed it is. So we'll head away. Now we're going to head off in this direction until I can get a better angle. I do think we need to head left a little bit more. And then we'll land. Now I might be able to use the power on this plane to speed up a little bit. We'll see how we go. We can turn off the master arm, we can turn it into navigation mode. We can jump into the back and we can turn off this, turn off that. That can go all the way to off. And that's it, there's no screens on here. Then we can go over to here. And see if we can find my screen that I'm after again. The HUD, that's the one. And over here, I'm just going to change this to engine, that'll do. And this is the ADI down there. All of this looks okay. You can change that to one of the side engines if you want. Just a little bit quieter in the cockpit. It's pretty good. And we'll do a fly past. We've got a little bit of throttle. Plane is doing just over 1,137 kilometers now, something around there. but slowing down a touch because we're climbing. Once we come towards this ridge, we will slow it down. And then we'll get ready to land. That was the GBU-24 that we've used with the F-15E Strike Eagle. And that's all the steps we needed to do to use it. And this is release day for the plane. So we haven't had a lot of time to learn much. We'll go over towards here. And slowly navigate right. And there's the runway. So we need to bring the speed down now. I will bring out the brake, the air brake, if it will let me. Maybe it won't. Just simply too fast for it, I think. There we go, it's coming out slowly. We'll see if we have enough time to get this plane stopped. Bit of a test for me. Just want to use my zoom and have a look at to see if that ahead there is a runway, and indeed it is. So 300. 200. And we'll just level ourselves up a little bit. I should not try and do an external view this time. We'll just land it. I want to put the hook up. I don't need the hook. Alright, me doing all that's put me off quite a lot. Just checking the brake, air brake is not out. So we will bring that out very soon. And we do have the gear down, no. We are not putting the gear down for some reason. There we go. Now the air brake. Yep, we're all good. And then gently put it down. There we go. Then put the nose down. We'll run along the ground. I would like to know how we remove this warning. There's a minimum altitude warning somewhere. And we're back safely. So we'll head over towards here, and then we'll shut it down. I think you can taxi with the cabin cockpit open. See how that goes. Cockpit unlocked. Yep, sure is. Very cool. The GBU-24 on release day with the F-15E Strike Eagle in DCS Digital Combat Simulator. out that way. There's mostly helicopter spots here, but we'll just go here anyway. And I'll bring it over towards here just for something different. We can stop it there. Beautiful. So bring that throttle all the way back. Go down to here, just put on the brake hold, and then shut the engines down. You notice how that straightens up once the plane is shut down, and the same there. So yeah, they definitely move, rotate. But that was the GBU-24. Beautiful. We're back. Looks like we are able to do that with this plane so far. Lots of fun. Thank you for watching, and hope you have a great day. Bye for now.